Okay. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Tyler, and welcome back to Scorpio Oxman Channel, as I always say. So, okay, I'm not too sure where to begin. Uh, what I want to mention first here and that, but yeah, I'm giving you updates about me and what's coming up for the channel. I'm gonna mention some videos that I'm gonna be talking about and what famous people I'm gonna be talking about in the near future. Um, the 6 year anniversary of Scorpio Oxman channel, since I started the channel, that's gonna be this Saturday, the 29th of March. And that's yeah, it's the 6 year anniversary of it. I thought of doing something, you know what? It's still not entirely out of the question, but I may do I thought of doing some special show for that, but I may not. So I'm still deciding on it. I may do the special show on a future date, probably not this weekend because I am scheduled. There is things going on this weekend with me and in my family, so it's going to be a busy weekend, so I can't really put too many marbles in one bag or put too much on the table at one time or whatever you want to call it. So it can't I'm not going to be able to I'm probably not going to be able to juggle too many at the same time, of course. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Probably at a later date, we'll do something like that. And the truth of the matter is, I wanted to mention something I wanted to put out there and kind of get off my back a little bit. It's been a sad month. The truth is, it has been a sad month for me this month, in my family as well. We In my family, we lost a family pet. Yeah, we lost a family pet of 15 years. 15 years. Yeah, 15 years. Our beloved family cat that we had, Mew Mew. Her name was Mew Mew, and we lost her this month, and it was hard. It was I took a real hit. Um, I took a real hit with it. It was a couple of weeks back. It was a real hit for me. And it's kind of I haven't. The truth of the matter is, I did consider taking the rest of the month off from doing any videos. I really didn't want to do any videos at all for a bit of time because yeah, it is a downtime for me right now. That it has been as of late. I'm still going through mourning about it, because those of you who love pets, family pets, and you're close to your dog, your cat, even an exotic pet like a bird, maybe reptile, and so on. And if you're close to them for that long, if you've had them in your family for that long, over a decade, yeah, it's gonna you're really they're really gonna be like family if they're with you that long. I mean, it's pretty you really feel it. You really do when once they go. And yeah, it's hard. Sometimes it is hard to get over with. I'm at an age too, like when I was younger and we had pets that we lost, and that it probably didn't hit me as much back then because when I was younger, a teenager and so on, it probably doesn't hit you as much as it does in your adulthood. I'm in my 40s now. So a lot of stuff that's going to happen nowadays, it's like, it's going to stick with you more. I think that's just with me. I don't know what's the issue in case with other people and that, but that's That's really how you feel if you're as old as me. You know, you're gonna feel the pain. Yeah, you are. So, but yeah, so I kind of course, as we know, social media and the internet in general, it is the place where we express ourselves. They say I had friends of mine back in the day, they used to tell me that the internet in general is like a bathroom wall. Anybody could go in, anybody could go on it and they could write whatever they like. They could go on the wall and they could write on the wall whatever they like. And that's what the internet is like. Anybody could go on it. You could say what you want. You could say what you want. You could do what you want, within the rules, of course. Do what you want within the rules, obviously, right? Um, that's what I do, just like everybody else, and we go on to express ourselves. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, if it's as long as it's within the rules, there are rules that have to be followed, and we gotta respect one another too, obviously, right? We gotta show our appreciation for one another, for what matters. Yeah, just for what matters, and I know I'm I made this channel. I've told this story before about my brother was a big inspiration to me to start this channel. And the true story is, excuse me, the true story is that my brother wanted to encourage me to do a channel about sports. So when I started a YouTube channel, where doing a series of videos where I'm making a video of me and I'm expressing myself and I'm telling my opinions on stuff and I'm telling what I believe is the correct info here and there for whatever topic that I'm discussing. In this case, I did astrology. Now, I'm going to tell you the story why I chose astrology. Okay. First, I want to mention that the original topic was going to be a sports channel about sports, basketball, hockey, football, baseball, soccer, tennis, golf, rugby, um, uh, cricket, you name it, you name it, the world of sports. Um, so I thought about it for a while, and JP, my brother JP, his name is JP. Yep. Um, he really, he really wanted me, and I know I'm not mistaken when I tell this story. Excuse me. He um he really encouraged me. He really wanted to encourage me to do a YouTube channel about sports and for me to basically be like a commentator about what is going on in the world of sports. Okay. Particularly the four major leagues, which we follow, which a lot of us follow here in North America, in our North American culture, right? Um, if that's a correct way of putting it. So but okay, so I thought of it for a while, but I thought to myself, I don't think I could do that. The problem I had was that there's too many channels about it. Okay, there's a lot of channels about astrology too. There is. But I'm pretty certain and pretty confident enough to say that there's far more on sports. And I thought that it would kind of be, I would kind of be buried in competition there, is kind of what I thought. So I didn't really want to do it because of that. I kind of thought, you know what? I want something different. I want to do something different. I especially want to do something that I'm more interested in, especially, right? That's what we all want to do. Like it's not so much, it's not about what's more popular, it's about what you're interested in. So in that case, the topic of sports, I'm all over. I'm all over it. I really am. Like I'm huge on sports, absolutely monumental on sports. Big sports fan. I'm for the Toronto Raptors, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Blue Jays whose season kicks off this week. The MLB season, which kicks off this week. And but the thing is, it's just a very vast topic on YouTube, of course, and there's just never-ending channels about it, about sports, of course, and probably not as much about astrology. So I wanted to go with astrology because, it was something I thought I could really discuss about better and get noticed more. Not that it was about getting noticed because I'm not in it for that. The truth of the matter is I'm in it to tell you what I know, to show you what I know based on my books that I've gotten, the research I've done on the internet over the years, and my 25 year or at least 20 plus years of research in astrology. I think that's good. I think that's good enough. And but the truth of the matter, like I was into astrology longer than I was into sports as well. That's another thing too. I took the interest more like in my life, on the topic of astrology. And so I just that's why I want to put it out there. And the other thing too is that um I wanted to make the topic to be a unique one. I don't say, I don't usually say, I never usually said a whole lot about the tropical astrology on my channel, as that one is the most common one that's mentioned about. As you're familiar with my channel, I talk mostly pretty much all about the sidereal zodiac, a sidereal astrology instead, because to me that was more unique. I didn't want to go with what was more popular that people talk about. I wanted to go with the more less popular. I like less popular topics. Um, that's just my preference. I'm not saying it's the correct one. I'm not saying this is correct, that's correct. Go with this because it's better. No, it's not like that with me. That I just choose it because I was interested, and that's it. Just because I'm interested doesn't mean everybody else has to be. Absolutely not. Um, so it's yeah, like I just wanted to talk about something different. In primal astrology, it appears to be a fairly recent new age system of astrology that's mentioned about. And so that was definitely up my alley for me to start talking about and mentioning about. So that's what I saw it. And I love animals too. As you're familiar, I absolutely love animals, and I primal astrology is all about that. Our spirit animals that we are. Each of us. Each of us has a spirit animal in the primal astrology system, zodiac. And as I've mentioned, there are 144 different spirit animals. Isn't that amazing? That's I still can't get over that. You look at the typical Western astrology where there's only 12 signs, and you look at the Mayan astrology where there's 20 signs. But you look at primal astrology, there are 144 different signs in the primal astrology. So I took notice of this and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to talk about that for sure. I have to put it out there. I want to get this. I want to get this one more popular. I really do. I want to get it out there, and but especially too, I think it's because, I'm a big animal lover, as I mentioned, and it mentions all the different animals, and of course, so me, for example, I am, as I've mentioned, I am spirit of the platypus. So the platypus, that's an animal from Australia, as you're familiar. And the platypus is the combination of Scorpio, Ox. Okay. That is why I call my channel Scorpio Ox Man, which is me, because the spirit of the platypus is the combination of the Scorpio and the ox. So that's it. Excuse me. Yeah, if you visit the website primalastrology.com, primal astrology, you see the combination of all it explains. It's it's as easy as one, two, three to explain. You go on the website and you see the explanation right there, the combination of the Western and the Eastern, or the Western and the Chinese, or I say the Western and the Vietnamese astrology systems. And that's the explanation. So the the spirit of the platypus, which is me, that is the combination of the Scorpio ox, and that's what I named my channel after. So basically, the name of my channel was derived. It was derived from primal astrology, the primal astrology system. And the Scorpio ox is not based on my year, it's based on my day sign. So when I say that I'm a Scorpio, I'm not saying it's my sun. It's not my sun that's Scorpio, it's my moon. So I have a Scorpio moon, and I was born on day of the ox, not year of the ox, but day of the ox. There's a difference. So I'm year of the pig, but the day I was born was actually day of the ox. So that's what I'm going by. I'm going by my day sign. We have a day sign in primal astrology, not just a year one. So, and it's typically the day one that I go by, because I firmly believe, with my research that I've done over the years, what I can tell you and share with you without a doubt is that I firmly believe that we resonate more with our day sign in the primal astrology than we do with our year sign. I believe we resonate more with our moon sign than we do with our sun sign, which is basically our month sign or year, however you want to put it. So, but that's just what I believe. I'm not going to say that's the truth, but the reason I tell about that on my channel, in my video to video videos that I've done, the reason I tell that is just because I believe it, and that's why, and of course, what I believe I is what I want to share, of course. And of course that's okay, because again, as we know, the internet, we're all expressing ourselves on the internet, and that's it. So, and yeah, so I want to give my love to all of you out there, and I want to apologize for something as well. I this this may be kind of irrelevant, but I wanted to do this live stream. It's been a while. Okay. So it's been a while since I've done live stream on YouTube. And I went on there just now, and it wasn't really working well for me. It wasn't really working well. I was getting a window saying that it was going live, but it kept loading and loading, and I waited for quite a while and it wasn't getting there. So I said, you know what? I don't really want to be waiting I don't want to be waiting all night, obviously. So I decided to go off of it and do my regular recordings because usually I record on Zoom on the Zoom platform, and I record it there, and then I upload it on YouTube. And so I decided, okay, I'm going to do this instead. So I'll have to work on the live stream more in the future if I want to do live for the next time that I want to do a live stream. But it just seemed to be taking forever to get me on it. So I said, you know what? I'll just record this. So I'm just going to record this and then put it on as the usual. So, um, although it would definitely for the future, for future references, excuse me, it would definitely be nice to see my subscribers and my supporters chatting with me, of course, on the side where I could see them. So, and yeah, and Tarif, oh, by the way, Tarif, I want to give a shout out to Tarif. Uh, I want to give a shout out to Tarif, and because in the near future, I definitely want to do another video with you, bro. So either on your channel or mine, and we could do a live stream together too, a live feed as well. And yeah, yeah, and I hope we'll definitely get around to that, Tarif. So I know you'll get this. And yeah, so that's something we'll want to do a catch up on in the near future as well. So yeah, guys, so I just wanted to this video I wanted to take some time out. Not I know I do a lot of the same. I'm not afraid to admit I do a lot of the same kind of stuff in every video I make as in recent months and years. I know that I've done a lot of it has been like the same stuff over and over again. But you know, I, I've definitely taken notice of that. But um, I do want to switch up now. I want to let you know that I definitely want to start making different videos in the future, particularly ones where, you know, I'm telling you, giving you updates like this one right here. But I would say a lot like, you know, j just something different in general. I mean, once in a while, I've done the videos where I talk about the topic is on primal astrology, but it's regarding celebrities who are the same sign in the primal astrology. So examples I've given of that were uh, one example I gave was Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire, who are both sign of the eagle. Both of them are the spirit of the eagle in the primal astrology. So that was one example that I gave not that long ago, as you would know. So yeah, videos like those where I talk about multiple celebrities who are the exact same sign in the primal astrology. So meaning that they were born on the same day of the spirit animal, meaning so just like that. So I'm going to continue to do videos like that as well, but those are um probably not much different from the others. So maybe I'll I'll likely do videos that are not on the topic of primal astrology and other stuff astrology related, but just different though. And so we'll definitely get to that in the future as well. Okay, I want to briefly mention, I want to briefly mention about some upcoming videos that I'm gonna let you in on a little on the secret right now of some upcoming videos that I'm planning on doing. And you may not, some of these famous people you may not have heard of, but you probably will in the near future, like coming on the news and such, like on the like the famous news stories and that. So you may hear about them later, whereas you may hear about them from here first, from the channel here, from me. So But so there's some names that I may mention that you may not be familiar with or recognize, but you'll probably find out in the future because they're based on future events that are going to be happening with these famous people. So that's why I wanted to mention, that's why I was interested in mentioning about them. So one of them is the John Jones and Tom Aspinall uh, Ultimate Fighter Championship bout that they are probably going to do later this year. So this has been hyped up for, so if you're familiar with the UFC, the Ultimate Fighter Championship league, if you're into combat sports where it's a mixed martial arts. So here you have John Jones, which is he's one of the all-time greats. And you have Tom Aspinall, who is challenging him for the world championship belt. And it's a rumor. So the rumor is still going, but the rumor is it's going to happen later this year. And so I'm going to make a video about them. And I'm going to make a video. I'm going to make a video to explain to you my explanation of their astrological relationship between the two of them. Okay. I thought that would be an interesting video to do about. So I'm going to do a video on them. Now, again, if you haven't heard of them or their names, you've heard of them now, but later on, you're going to know about them because they're saying, and this is no exaggeration, I believe this myself, this is going to be the biggest martial arts fight of the 21st century. That's what they're saying. So you could say that's the case because, it's in the UFC. It's probably going to be in New York City or Los Angeles or Las Vegas. They haven't announced anything of where they're going to have it and when it's going to occur, this fight, but they're saying it's going to be the biggest martial arts competition fight between two martial artists of the 21st century, the biggest of the 21st century. So that's definitely going to be a video I want to make about for sure. And so that's one of them. And I Kobe Bryant. I'm going to mention about Kobe Bryant. His birthday is in August. So I want to mention it is kind of early, I know, but later this year, I've always wanted to do a video for Kobe Bryant. So I'm going to do one of his that's later this year, as we know. And yeah, so so I've mentioned a few right there for upcoming videos that I'm going to be doing this year at some points this year. So to something to look forward. By the way, um so the birth date of Scorpio Oxman channel, this channel, it's this Saturday the 29th. So it's going to be so we're celebrating. So happy 6 year anniversary to this channel. I don't know who started this channel. It seems kind of boring. Because I watch this channel. I see this channel. I watch this channel here, Scorpio Oxman channel, every now and then. And the reason I like to is because it helps me fall asleep if I'm having trouble falling asleep at night. Yeah. And I think that's what's useful about this channel. So that's my review, which I think is the best review ever for Scorpio Oxman channel. Yeah, so I read that I read that review. So ladies and gentlemen, yeah, I read that review that somebody wrote the other day saying that. They said if I ever have trouble falling asleep at night, all I have to do is put on Scorpio Oxman channel, maybe watch a few minutes of it, and then I'm dozed off. So just like that. I So I saw that review on TripAdvisor. It was TripAdvisor, or one of them. I have never been more flattered in my life. I've never been more flattered. So thank you so much to the somebody, to the man or woman out there that left that comment for me. Thank you so much. That's so heartwarming. Thank you. So so all right, guys. So all jokes aside, all jokes aside, I want to tell you how grateful I am of you for supporting me in the 6 years that I've had this channel. So thank you. It means a lot. It really does. So so thanks so much. Until next time, guys. Have a great week. By the way, for all those who had a March break, I'm not too sure if March break has ended yet or not, but I hope you're all doing well. And for those returning to school as well, I hope you're doing well. So and all the best to you. And yeah, so thank you so much. So all the best, guys. Until next time. So you know what? I really want to mention uh my niece. I have a niece who turns 3 years old this weekend, and she turns 3 years old on Sunday, and so that's what my family and us are doing this weekend. We're celebrating her birthday, her third birthday. So that's something I'm definitely looking forward to right now in my family. So uh, in my own biological family, of course, whereas um, you're my family out there as well. So thank you. Thank you. All the best, guys. Take care. God bless. Thanks again. Yeah. Yeah. Lots of love.